our first amateur title fight. Abdul Choudhury in the blue corner, black trunks, representing SBG mainland UK, facing John James Young from the Blackburn Predators. Choudhury have seen plenty of times. We know this kid brings it. And Young looks focused and hungry. This should be good.
Yeah, seen both these guys. Excellent fighters. On paper, it's a great matchup. Flyweight as well for Young, which is a better weight for him, I think.
Again, we're starting to see a real rise in the depth of the amateur divisions at the lighter weight classes as well.
Yeah, and you know, the standard of the decent amateurs nowadays is, you know, 6-7 years ago, they're better than most of the pros that were kicking around. Like it really has rocketed the amateur scene, the level of some of these guys. And both of these guys are deserving of this title fight, definitely. Interesting bit of posturing there from Young.
Constantly changing his level. Is he just making Abdul think about the takedown there? Is that...
Yeah, the takedown, feinting, you never know what's going to come. Maybe chop a right hand over the top then, but Choudhury calls the bluff, takes the clinch, but Young manages to turn him on the fence.
Young looks really put together for the weight, like at flyweight. And he looks really put together. Strong looking kid.
Definitely is looking to cement that head position underneath the chin. Offset Choudhury. He's got a good body lock there if he can squeeze the hips in. Look for the trip.
And straight back to that body lock again.
Yeah, reaps the leg out there and gets on top into the half guard. Choudhury becomes the half guard on that right hand side. He's going to want to pummel with his left arm for an underhook, but Young keeping his in nice and tight to avoid that. A good position there to land some left hands for the ground and pound if he can. Up and away.
Oh, it backed off. Young very, very energetic in there, springy, bouncy, constantly moving.
There's not much output from either of these guys yet, as I say that. Both of them spring into action. And they stand up, both quite tentative. Choudhury looks for the double. Drives man onto the fence. Good hips there from Young.
And so far the clinch work's been Young's bread and butter in this one here. It seems like his strength is a real issue for Abdul.
Yeah, guy dropping down from the weight class above. Could well be packing a bit more strength, especially in these close fought clinch situations. Very nip tuck in there, couple of knees thrown. Choudhury doing a good job of maintaining his whizzer there, the overhook, stopping Young from getting in on his hips. Oh,
gotta tell you, that round flew by for me.
Yeah, it seemed to go pretty fast. Probably felt a bit longer for those guys in there. But you got to give that one to Young, but it's one of those. It was a close round, but not close to call, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Young on control. I'd like to see the pace pick up a little bit in the second round.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure these guys, especially at 125, like, you know what they're like engine bunnies, energizer bunnies, they'll have the cardio to go these rounds at a good pace, no doubt about it. First round, bit of a feeling in process, a bedding in process, and you get into the fight, feel out the range a little bit. Hopefully the tempo then picks up for rounds 2 and 3. I know both these guys are capable of finishers.
Absolutely. Seconds are out. We get ready to start the second round in our flyweight amateur title contest, UK Fighting Championships.
Well, these things, if Choudhury knows, that he's most likely one round down, he's got to pick up the pace a little bit, start to put the pressure on Young. The impetus is on him to make his mark on the fight. Little flicky lead kick. Nobody's really asserted themselves in the stand-up as yet.
Young likes
nice straight right, darted in there to Choudhury.
Young likes to bounce, keep moving.
Looking for the counter every time he's Young. He's never leading. He's looking for the counter off Choudhury's punches, trying to get the right hand in over the top. Luckily, Choudhury's been out of the way of them.
Choudhury likes to use that little flick kick, just doesn't he? Just
big right hand there from Young.
Felt it staggered Abdul Choudhury there for a moment.
Yeah, the good thing about that one for Young is that he timed it just as Choudhury was stepping in with like an inside low kick. So he got double the force. The right hand coming from his direction and Choudhury moving in. Choudhury now only misses with a head kick there. Again, you see that straight right counter coming in from Young. Choudhury gets the takedown stuffed.
And Choudhury now is going to, I was just about to say that this one of Young's biggest strengths has been that clinch work against the cage. Now Choudhury working hard to keep it Young's back there.
Yeah, now he's got the double unders looking for the trip. Good balance from Young. Fought to get the leg back. Maybe a hip throw. Can try and ouch him out from there. Good Choudhury with the underhook. Young barrels him to the mat. Just a quick change of direction was enough to take the top position.
Nice piece of wrestling there.
Yeah, a little bit of deception. You're fighting one way and then a quick turn of the corner to go the other way, and that was all it took because Choudhury was committed to the other side.
Choudhury had both butterflies in for a moment there. Now settled with a foot on the hip. Just trying to create that distance, isn't he? And up he gets.
Yeah, looking to isolate that far arm was Choudhury, but Young just popped the arm free, gets back up to his feet. Nice head kick there, and he's wobbled. Choudhury should have gone in with the punches, but it's taken him down.
Yeah, he starts hitting
automatically
some ground
went for the double leg, looking for the ground and pound. But it was wobbled there. I'm surprised Choudhury didn't keep the distance and start throwing his shots. I think that was probably instinct more than anything else.
Fair play to Young too, trying to tie him up, maybe get some composure back.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Choudhury just smothered his work a little bit. He could have got the finish there, but you know, it's all a learning curve in the amateurs. But a lovely head kick from Choudhury. Thought that was going to be the end. Knew at the mount.
Past the mount.
And now the shots are coming in. 10 seconds
left. I think he's going to be able to hold on for this.
Yeah, he's not going to have the time now to get the finish.
Fucking hard.
Young's holding on.
Oh.
Time's up. Abdul Choudhury with a brilliant head kick, wobbled his man there. I get the feeling he might look back on that with a little bit of regret, but in the moment, he saw the double leg, took it, maybe thought he could pound out the finish. Credit to Young, he stayed in the fight.
Referee just checking there, making sure he was good to continue. Young's like,
what biggest moment of the fight though, definitely that for Abdul Choudhury. Really turned it around. Just landed one of those where the shin just clips and skids off the top of the head, top of the ear, lets the equilibrium go on. Young looked okay for a second, then took a step back and looked a little bit wobbly. And you could tell like how well he's defended the double legs up until that point. Like he didn't quite know what was going on because Choudhury then had no problem at all finishing that takedown. Swings around in his favour. One apiece.
You expect Young maybe just to ease into this over 30 seconds now, still try to collect himself, or you think he's ready to?
It's hard to tell. You never know. Some guys might be refreshed in 10 seconds, depending how hard the shot was. You know, it might still be reeling tomorrow, so we can only find out now. Choudhury should put the pressure on here, though. He knows he can hurt him. Don't want to step into anything stupid, though.
Young gets that body lock again, clasps the hands together. Choudhury's really...
Nice Uchimata from Choudhury. Good reversal. Beautiful work there. Nice takedown from Choudhury, and let's see how he works from the top. A little bit more time to work this round. Very early in the third.
He's worked it. He's slowly trying to work that leg free.
Good head position, setting it up that knee slide pass.
Nice
bit of distance there, feet on the hips though, and up kicks from Young. Choudhury again looking to control the leg to pass. We're going to stuff that knee, get through to the half guard.
Young making him work for everything though, not making it easy.
Yeah, with the head on that side, he's looking to get tripod up and slide his right knee through to pass the side control or mount. As he went for the mount, Young actually pushed him through side control. On the back is Choudhury, a little bit high though. He's too high on that.
Is he looking for the arm there?
Looks for the arm.
Has he got him?
It looks tight, that arm bar. Young's trying to defend, trying to kick the hands off. I think his elbow might be a little bit out of that. The angle's not quite right, and I think Young's going to get... Is he going to get out? Yeah, I think elbow's out. There he goes.
Excellent.
But great attack from Choudhury. Looking for a leg now, potentially. Triangle. Oh.
And up the...
Good work. Young back up to the feet. Before he backed off and let Abdul Choudhury back up to his feet.
Doesn't want to do that again, I
yeah, no. Might still be a little bit hazy behind the eyes.
Referee's going to stand him up.
Oh, good knee to the body as he stepped in. Looks for the trip. Abdul looks up, maybe a little bit gassed from that. That was perfectly timed. You never know, oh, nice takedown. Underhook in the leg there from Young. You never know the effect of them shots. You know, if it lands in a very specific position, it doesn't take much to really hurt a guy, but there's a lot of other positions where it looks and sounded good, but might not have done that much damage. Only we know what was going on in Abdul Choudhury's head then. But good side control there from Young. Chopping away, trying to isolate the far arm.
Really been, each round is kind of nobody over the 3 has really put their stamp on the fight yet. It's still an incredibly close contest.
He knew there was 10 seconds left, offered his man up to his feet. Maybe it looked good to the judges, but neither of them threw a shot when they got back up there. And we're going into the championship round, Steve.
Championship rounds, round 4.
And it's great experience for young fighters to get these kind of title fights and an experience of doing 5-rounders as well against tough opposition, no less.
I just think it's a really good step. You mean, by the time you're a champion on one of the better regional shows like this and others, you're only a fight or 2 away probably from your pro debut. As you were saying, a few years ago, these guys as you say, probably would have been competing with the pros in terms of their skill set.
Yeah, the opportunities for amateurs were much less. There wasn't the same amount of title fights. There wasn't as many good shows or shows as often. So people would jump into pro quicker. But now you're seeing the level of the amateurs is so high, and that's building better pro fighters in the long run as well.
The seconds are cleared out by Mr. Neil Hall as we get ready for the first of our championship rounds here.
Round 4.
Touch gloves. And Young still with that movement, still light in his toes, in and out, bouncing.
Yeah, he bounces around, moves well, but in terms of the output, he's not actually thrown that much. Nice low kick from him there. He does a lot of posturing, moving around. I would like to see him up the output a little bit. As I say, that slides in with a 1-2 and then stuffs the takedown. Nice work.
So grappling, I think they almost kind of stalemate each other. And it's on the feet where I think this fight will be won or lost.
Choudhury Town's counter with the right hand, but Young was in and out. Good shots there from Young. He very much likes to counter punch, as you saw again then. He lets Choudhury come in, throw his shots, and likes to fire back. Doesn't like to lead that much, so again.
Nice little uppercut there.
I mean, that's just a preferential style for any fighter. Everybody likes to do one thing or the other.
Choudhury not knocked down there, looked for the takedown, gave it up.
Yeah, he knew it wasn't there, so went to his back rather than fight from being sprawled on. Forces his man onto the fence with a few punches, but Young immediately gets his back away from the fence, trying to pressure Choudhury now for a trip.
So he got his hands locked together. I can't tell from here, but oh, big knee.
Yeah, tried to exit with that right hand on the break as well, just missed. Choudhury looked to feint there with some shots to look for a takedown, didn't fully commit. And again, nice counters from Young. Choudhury did step in with a good right hand, but Young throwing heavy on the return.
I'm waiting for the head kick to fly up there again from Choudhury.
Nice right hand there landed from Choudhury. That one was on the button as Young stepped in.
It's amazing this fourth round has been less. Oh! Choudhury with
the
head
stepped in again with a beautifully timed knee.
You know, when he goes in for the takedown, he leaves his head up in the middle a little bit.
Certainly does, and now things are picking up. Young's beckoning him on.
Notice Young hasn't looked to initiate much of the clinch or the grappling game at the moment now. I think he's finding a rhythm on his feet. He's happy here at the moment.
Nice little feint, the Superman with a low kick. And now it's Choudhury who really needs to work on the output. Again, well-timed kick there. He's going to let Choudhury back up to his feet.
Very quiet corner in the blue corner, which surprises me. Usually you can hear Carl Tanswell and Alex below go over, an airplane taking off.
Yeah, interesting fight, Steve.
Is it 2 rounds each or is it 3 rounds to 1 for Young? I'm not sure.
Don't quiz me on that. I remember, I get punched too much.
Fair enough.
I struggle to remember my name sometimes, let alone who's won what round. But yeah, I mean, very close. There was definitely the round for Choudhury where he got the knockdown. Young probably edged the first. The third, can't remember. Close. And I think Young won the fourth. It's a good job we've got better judges than us, isn't it?
Amen.
But yeah, I mean, at no point has any of this been one-sided. It's been closely fought and competitive all the way through. And we're coming into the championship round number 5. Could well be 2 each. But really, either guy has got to think, if I want to be certain, I need to win this round or put him away. Well, the only certainty is putting him away.
The only certainty. Now Young playing with those levels again like he did earlier in the first.
Nice count, putting a low kick on the end of those combinations from Young. Good work. He actually missed with the punches, but made sure he got one clean shot in.
He's carrying his hands, quite low. Is he inviting? Is that to invite Abdul on so he can counter?
Well, it works well for his sprawl, as we saw then. Yeah, he's trying to get Abdul reaching like that and then popping the right, as he's been doing. Bit of both. Works good for him to counter, works good for his takedown defense as well, as you see there. But obviously, what didn't work too well was when Abdul kicked him in the Swede.
No, that's true, but 3 rounds since that, and Abdul hasn't looked up there again.
Yeah, it's been strange. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to work it again. He did flick one left kick up, but literally hasn't thrown another right high kick since that point. When it's something you've had success with, you'd think he'd try and at least throw it up again a couple of times just to see if it's there. And Young now a bit more posturing, bringing him on.
Young certainly looks like his confidence is growing as the fight. Each round he's looked just a little more comfortable, a little more confident. I mean, he's inviting that. He's looking for that counter, the counter uppercut, the counter knee. Very confident in his head movement.
Yeah, he is, and it's working well for him. He's shakes off that head kick there. He knew that was one that caught him.
Bit of a wind-up on that too, I think, plenty of times. See, I mean, he is just trying to coax Abdul into throwing something.
Yeah, and that has made Abdul a little bit more wary with his punch output, because he knows every time he steps in with the 1-2s that is looking to be countered. Maybe why we've not seen more shots setting up the high kick from Choudhury as well. Oh, nice right hand there. And
another nice right hand.
Choudhury tries to time it for the double. Perfectly seen there from Young.
And Young now calling him up. And that's a confident young man in that cage. Young's looking more and more comfortable and at home. And is Abdul starting to look a little frustrated? Maybe starting to be a little desperate?
Yeah, he needs to come in. He needs to try and do something now. He's got to land some lever on Young at this point. Or a shin, bit of bone will do.
Young's ability to resist the takedown has really kind of put a monkey. Oh, another big head kick followed by a
nice low kick counter.
Now we're starting to heat up. He's five rounds. I'm gonna put my reputation on the line. I think Young's nicked the decision.